What's going on, guys? It's your boy Pryoxis, and I'm back with another video, man. And in this one here, I am uploading my ESFL fight. I use Israel Adesanya. It's actually kind of one of my first times using Izzy, from my understanding. I could be wrong, but in the comp match, and I just wanted to upload this to show you guys even you can use Izzy and be successful in comp matches or period. All right, so I hope you guys enjoy this match. Shout out to my opponent and shout out to the ESFL. I'm not going to be doing commentary because I think the commentary with Balin, and I'm a boxer, will be much better than mine. And again, that's my opinion. I know you guys love my commentary. It'd be funny, hilarious, but this is from like an esports professional type of vibe that you're going to get from these two guys here. But hey, enjoy the video. If you haven't yet, be sure to hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe up, and don't forget, turn on those notifications, guys, so you don't miss any of my streams or any of my uploads. All right, enjoy the video.
Fight, and it's kicking off this matchup here between the Toon Squad and EK. I'm loving it. So they will lock them back in. Here we go.
Yeah, this is yeah, Balian. Like you said, this is going to be a nice pick. This is going to be a nice meta match to watch. Because anytime that you have Izzy, you can't necessarily fight him like you would any other traditional fighter, where you go in and you throw your strikes whenever you get in that range, because with these longer fighters, they actually have a couple more frames when they throw their strikes. All right. So you want to stay at that distance, utilize the range of Izzy. You want to utilize all of the kicks. But ruthless Robbie Lawler, like we said before, has a lot of power, and look, already closing the distance here where he wants to be for GAMP, starting out early in the first round, Bailey.
Oh yeah, look at Gamp go right there, perfectly timing the entries there of Pry. He got that slip left hook in there, uppercuts on the inside, and he's also kicking on the outside, which is really something he's going to need to do, either like contend in the kicking range or find a way to force the boxing range. And if he's going to throw kicks at himself, that's good. Pry mixing things up. Nice catch by Pry, blocks the head, the knee there as well to the head. So nothing doing there. But it is about getting, you know, that perfect range when you've got Israel, because if you're not in that range, your strikes really don't do a lot, and you can just really take a ton of damage. Lovely pull counter to the body shot. Nice work by Pry, popping the jab there as well. Got out of that body shot, but the left hook or the lead hook came back up. Oh, exchanging. So good sniper work there from Pry. Gamp,
yeah, nice. Yeah, I like what I'm seeing early here, and coming out from Pryoxis with his distance management, definitely utilizing that range so far, able to land a nice body kick, but he's also taking damage. GAMP is also getting his GAME off and able to do a lot of damage here on Pryoxis. Back and forth, not sure who's winning so far, Bailey.
Yeah, Gamp already reading the duck under from Pry right here, loading that uppercut. He's also banging that liver kick, which is just a really good weapon with Robbie Lawler. It just lands a lot. People don't always expect it because you box so much. So making good use of that inside leg kick straight up the top there. Pry doing a lot of pressuring right now. Obviously doesn't want to be on the back foot. It'll just make his life a lot harder in this matchup. But because of that, Gamp is being able to slip a lot of this incoming damage and return fire. Nice work from Pry. Gets a switch kick and a teep. That's good body work that's only going to pay off. Talked about one of the good ways to beat Robbie Lawler is to wrestle him. Not an option for Pry right now, but if he can establish a good kicking game and win in those exchanges, it's going to help as well. There's a nice 1-2 body kick. Snap through. Great work by Pry. Need more of that, but you can see Gamp taking his time, in no rush right here. Confident in the recovery stat, in the stamina stat as well. They're pulling out the offense now as well, so just completely whiffing. He's got big. Nice work there,
one thing that you have an advantage with Israel Adesanya is that 99 switch stance, 99 footwork, and 99 head movement, but you have to utilize it from the outside, because once you get inside of that range there, God Ain't My Pig is doing a good job at landing his strikes. But like I'm seeing right now from Pryoxis, you know, as long as he's the one applying that pressure where he can utilize that footwork, step back, and keep that range, I think he's going to be at an advantage. I'm not sure who took that first round there in round one, Balian. It seems like they gave the striking advantage to GAMP, so Pryoxis may have some work to recover here from in round two.
Oh, exchanging there as well. Yeah, Prize landing the damage when he exchanged, but this is Robbie Lawler. Like, you can just tank damage all night. This is a war of attrition that will turn into, there's a lovely flying knee from Pry though, doubles up to the body, good work, and the switch lands as well from the switch stance. That's just good, solid damage. And there's a lovely question mark kick off the straight. Tried it earlier, didn't land. But this is the kind of stuff Pry needs to hurt the Robbie Lawler pick right here. Otherwise, he'll just keep walking him down all night. So he's no means done. 3 in a row there. Set him up for that pull counter. Lovely work.
Okay, now this really kind of evens things up if you think that GAMP won the first round. Pryoxis coming out here in this second round, getting 2 early rocks. You really have to be careful when you're the one that catches a kick, because your opponent can, do the flying knee, Bailey, and like we said, and get a rock, and then Pry follow that up with another rock. So he's sitting pretty good here in this second round. If you're Pryoxis, staying on the outside, doing what you need to do with Izzy. But just as I said that, now Pryoxis is facing adversity, and he gets a rock there. Good job by Gamp getting a rock there with Robbie Lawler.
Yeah, I think especially against Robbie Lawler, the problem is, though, a good defense is definitely going to be a good offense in this situation, because if you're going to let him walk forward and just try and sort of win out a round that you've got a rock on, you're going to take a lot more damage than what you can probably deter on the outside. But Pry obviously very much aware. Every time he does miss, he's in line to take more shots, and now the block is deteriorating slowly but surely. Such a hard pig to deal with, honestly. Robbie Lawler in this weight class, I do feel like you got to wrestle a little bit, but there's some nice sniper work from Pry from the outside. Another body kick. Gamp, though, playing this perfectly, really, now leading with the straight left and just going to keep chipping away at the block and everything else he can. Double jab has been working nicely for him. Lead uppercut straight doesn't land until Pry's trying to shuffle his way on the inside, try and land something, but it's been 2 stuns to 1. Still Pry's round technically, but that head health and everything is going down.
It seems like Gamp was a little bit more cognizant of that flying knee after you catch a kick, and that's where Pryoxis is able to do his work. In a huge combination there from Pryoxis, and here he is in that position again, looking for the knee. Pryoxis wasn't able to get it off. If you are very aggressive after you catch a kick, your opponent won't have time to throw that knee. So that was a good adjustment there by GAMP. The last 17 seconds, both fighters have had their success here in the second round. I will give it to Pryoxis in the second round. So coming huge knockdown there to end the round. And that may pay dividends going into the third round, which right now I have both of those fighters tied up 1-1, Bailey. And so both of these fighters need this round to win this match. But we know this is when Robbie Lawler is at his best. Whenever he is hurt, this is when his perks kick in, Bailey. And so Pryoxis is not out of the woods yet.
I mean, Pry threw that straight question mark kick in the first round, and God just sat there and just blocked it so slowly. It was almost like, oh, that's probably not going to work. But he landed it twice and dropped him twice with it in that second round. So Pry making it work for him regardless. Now on the hips. Good frame off there from Pry. Can he survive through this third round, though, is the question, because the head health and the block is just slowly chipping away. And you know that his corner has probably recognized it. Pull counter right hook. That might be it. Depends on the recovery set. Aurora has got it. There we go. Puts him away. And great performance by Pryoxis. It was tough to tell. Hard matchup, and got it. My pick came very, very correct tonight. Picking his shots nicely, making the Robbie Lawler pick work, but evidently took a lot more damage than we perhaps had realized. And a pull counter right hand like that will definitely put your lights out. And it did. So congratulations for Pry. They get a win for the team. That's 1 on the board for the Toon Squad.
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking. The way that Pryoxis ended the second round and got a knockdown against Gamp, that right there snowballed, and it continued in the third round. And Pryoxis with an amazing pull counter, not easy to do with an Israel Adesanya, because you have to understand the timing and the distance. And it's not the most powerful striker in the division, only at a 94. But when you mix everything else with it, the accuracy, the blocking, the head movement, footwork, switch stance, all of that stuff, That's where you can kind of get in that flow, in that rhythm. Pryoxis is the best at fighting assimilation style. And once he gets comfortable on the feet, then you're in trouble. Great fight by both of those guys. Exciting fight. Good win for Pryoxis this week. Getting the win for the Toon Squad. So
yeah, man, great performance. You mentioned there as well. Yeah, the pull counter range is a bit different there on Adesanya, so it can be a little tricky to master. But I think what had happened there as well is on the lead hook that got pulled, he'd already preloaded like the forward moving uppercut, and when you're throwing that, your vulnerability window is super high. So obviously that right hand just put him down, and he followed up from that. So it was a combination of both those things, really, from the over intention of that lead hook rear uppercut. But regardless, that's one on the board for the Toon Squad here. So